Where's the AMD overlay? Check it out.
I may be a loser, but at least I've got loser friends to hang out with. Whatever.
We have to go beat up some nerds, and they always go, I'll never tell you where Algae is, and then you just punch him twice, and they go, I'll tell you. Excuse me, you're gonna beat me with a yardstick? That's right, I called it a yardstick, even though in Canada, we do not call it a yardstick. We call it a meter stick, which is what it is. That's not a ruler! Holy Christ! Okay, you're gonna put that in your pencil case? It's a long ruler? It's not a long ruler. What is it then? It's called a yardstick or a meter stick, depending on whether you live in a rational civilization or a place that derives its masculinity from using an antiquated measurement system. They're very slightly different things. What's the next game for Sundays? I don't know, I was thinking like, maybe we'll just go back and play the Scholarship Edition of Bully. Just to make sure we got the full, Bully experience. For the love of God, please no. What's the matter? I thought Bully was, it's Rockstar Games' underappreciated classic. What's wrong, Chad? I thought you was keeping it scholastic. I thought that's what you wanted. Wait a minute, I know this song. One second. You know what this is? Absolutely, that's the end of, oh, there's a Pavement song that ends exactly like that. Is Cockix here? I'm losing it. They're not here? Well, smarter than I thought they were then. I think Bully is a product of its generation, okay? So I'm not actually, like, I don't think it's terrible now, nor do I even think it was necessarily think, you know, it's aged necessarily poorly, but it doesn't feel great now. But most of what I'm saying is just to have a laugh at its expense. Maybe The Last of Us for the next substream. I learned a very valuable lesson playing God of War, and that's that any game held up as like an idol by the nerd pathos community, I should probably stay away from. I'm not even saying that The Last of Us is not emotional. All I'm saying is that a narrative-driven game with some emotion is a bad recipe. Because if I don't cry when, DAE, Joel's wife got bit by a mushroom zombie, everyone goes, is Ryan an actual sociopath? Here's an essay that will explain why I believe this in 3 trillion words or less. Why does emotional games not faze you, but you cry when Marvel movie plays a trumpet? Dude, if I knew the answer to that, I'd be working in psychology. Making way less money, but having the respect of my peers. I think Bluehole got the vaulting animations from Bully. What's Bluehole? What do they make? I'm not familiar with this company. Sounds familiar? Sounds like they would have been relevant, like, maybe until a few days ago? I mean, it's almost like a whisper of a memory that you have said in my... You know, I'm having like a reminiscent. Is that a real word? I'm reminiscing about a whisper, of an echo, of a recollection that I used to have. But you didn't need to cut me off. Ah! Kate and I watched like 6 episodes of Hell's Kitchen. I gotta tell you, dude, that show has got it going on. I used to turn up my nose at food-based reality television programs. Hell's Kitchen kind of bangs, to be honest. They really do get domed by Gordon Ramsay non-stop. Like, literally, Gordon Ramsay's like, get out here right now. And they're like, 20 adults come running, like sprinting. And he goes, you know you're a real piece of shit, don't you? And they all go, yes, chef. Yes, chef, I'm human garbage. It's so satisfying to watch. Every single time. Can you lick the tile floor? Yes, chef. Yes, chef. How does it taste? It's a little salty, chef. Fucking right. I'm just amazed at Gordon Ramsay's ability to just break down the identity of these adults over and over. I don't know how he does it. He's like a drill sergeant. I wonder if NL knows that Gordon Ramsay is Scottish. Pardon me? Excuse me? That would be one of the greatest betrayals I could ever imagine, if he's Scottish instead of English. That would be like when, you know, Canadians get a job on Spin City and then renounce their citizenship to live in sunny Los Angeles. It's true he's from Glasgow? Wow. My dude is just pretending to be British. Was he raised in England? I'll allow it if he was raised in England, but... he changed his accent so he could be more marketable. Well, you know, so did I, so... it's the difference between Malf and I. He grew up in Stratford-upon-Thames. Or Stratford-upon-Avon. You're thinking of William Shakespeare, not Gordon Ramsay. That's two different people. Although they are both at the top of their field. Okay, what Lady Gaga song do you think this is? I'm something, something away. I'm something, something away. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Oh, it's Poker Face, yeah. Hey, how does Lady Gaga like her steak? Rah, 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 rah. She likes it, rah, rah, rah. Please shoot faster.
Got some resin for you.
He said, got some resin for you. How much of this game is left?
Oh, you like
Approximately
this, Jimmy?
100 years. Rob and I were talking, I guess, and we were like, you know, Halloween is weird in an apartment because, you know, nobody comes to your door. Well, I went to the elevator yesterday and there was a sign that was like, hey, Halloween's hard in an apartment. So what we're gonna do is, if you sign up, we will chaperone, like, kids in the building, and they'll go to the floors of all the apartments that have signed up, and you can give them some candy. And then for dress code, it literally said, consult internet for references. And I have no idea what that means. Time, 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. Location, this building. Dress code, consult internet for examples. And I don't know if it's like a joke, or if they literally want you to, like, Google Halloween and figure out what a costume is, or... like, when I saw it, I turned to Kate and I said, what does that mean? And she didn't know either. Are you gonna sign up? Absolutely not. Save, my dude. Hey! You freaking know-it-alls, just so you know, this is a game from the year friggin' 1991. You can't save. What you have to do is run to a bed and then save. They couldn't program a quick save into the game. Instead, you gotta run all the way back to the boys' dormitory.
Oh, hey, Jimmy. Hey, Pete. Yo, Jimmy. I'm over here. Give me 5, dude. No. Yeah, well, cat. Looks like your homies took care of some lames for us.
Are you speaking English?
What are you talking about?
Don't get fresh with your homies.
Can you please talk normally?
This is my normal style of rapping, bro.
Alright, enough. What's my quest?
Ah, right. Salutations, Sir James.
Ah, now
Seems like clever
you're speaking my
Frederick
language
took control
now.
of the funhouse at the carnival.
Well done. All that education and now you run a funhouse? Genius.
You simple-minded noble foot soldier. The football team is going to be there this afternoon. You could really cause them some problems.
Okay, explain it to me on our way
The
over.
sports ball team is gonna go to the carnival.
Just access the
I hope they
control
don't
room.
fumble the field goal
Then
and get
do the
a
thing.
Cool.
touchdown.
Moonwalk. Oh, ooh,
Sports is such an ignoble pursuit. You guys want to spend 8 hours obsessing over our character sheets for a dude whose midsection looks like a 12-pack of Coca-Cola?
You're literally kicking down? Excuse me, was I the one who had a wall-mounted potato gun? A spud launcher of the artillery variety? I don't think so. Who's punching down? I'm glad that's what you think of us tabletop players. That's not true. I have no problem with tabletop players. It's only anybody who has a problem with other people's hobbies without, you know, realizing that all hobbies are essentially the same. You know, they're all a waste of time. Also, I'm going home to Lola. I mean, there are hobbies that are worse, I guess, like needle drugs. Yeah, those are probably worse than either watching sports or tabletop. No, I did not say my main hobby was my wife. I said the thing I do in my free time is hanging out with my wife. And the reason I got mad is because when I said other stuff like, well, I go to school and it enriches my life and I enjoy it, everyone went, oh, that's not a real hobby. I meant, what Netflix shows do you like? What animes are you watching? Those are real hobbies. Going to school is a hobby if you're an adult, Chad. If you're a kid, it's your job. Yeah, exactly. I meant, what's your clear time in the latest World of Warcraft Mythic raid? I'm glad that's what you think of us MMO players, NL. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to pile on to the most persecuted group on the planet. Young, massively multiplayer online video game players. I forgot the Carnival frame rate is about 1 microsecond. 1 frame per hour. Looks like PUBG Mobile. Oh my word. Excuse me. Meet up with the nerds.
I shall maim thee. You're going downtown. You want some more fun?
This guy's dressed like me in high school. Except for the fact that he's got a phantom hat. Please tell me that's the end.
You got here, Timmy. The Jocks have taken over. You gotta get us out of here.
Lead the nerds out of the funhouse. Okay, first off, let me take this cola, and then we will leave the exact same way we came in. Nope. Sorry to tell you, you cannot leave through the entrance door, obviously. I mean, why would you? Get to the graveyard control room? Oh my god, it's like New Super Mario Bros. U. What an abomination. Mega Man 12.
Oh, Granny's gonna be so angry.
He's dead. I have murdered this man.
Now I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh, he's too fast. Okay, another one deceased.
I don't know why I even bothered going to school.
This is actually Wipeout. That's what happened to William Wallace. Search the maze for the nerds. This is hell. I think I heard him in here.
This should do something.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Thanks, Timmy. That's great.
I mean, there's a button on your side as well, so... It boggles my mind every Sunday there are people who bought this soundtrack. It's 5:30 in the morning over here in Korea. I must ask you this important question. How do you genuinely feel about the concept of burritos versus burrito bowls? I prefer a burrito because I like tortillas. If I'm gonna have like a burrito bowl, I'll just have like a salad. I like the concept of a burrito. You know, it's a food you can take on the go with you, whereas a bowl, you're like sitting down to eat it. I like a food item that is just like itself, if that makes sense. I mean, I like food items that are not just themselves as well, but like, you know, it's not like, hey, you need a utensil to consume this food item. It's just like, hey, it's a burrito. It's a one thing. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Kate gets burrito bowls. I get the burrito personally. You know, it's a personal choice. I've never had a burrito. What's it like? You know, you could... my time is very valuable, so rather than spend even 30 seconds of what is my one life on planet Earth, I would just advise you to go try one. They're basically everywhere. And then you can figure it out for yourself instead of me struggling to find the words. Find the nerds again. No, no. Please keep it up. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. Just a little mistake. Just a little mistake. You know what I'm thinking? Classic little horror game prank. We have to go through the mirror.
Why is my underwear all...
What? NL, are you gonna be high for Wednesday's stream. Yeah, it seems like a really good idea. The only thing holding me back from doing my job for no reason under the influence of narcotics has been legalization. Not like a sense of at least a certain shred of dignity or, you know, wanting to provide a quality product, or the realization after years of doing this that, you know, a sober mindset is way more conducive to actually producing entertaining content than just being wasted and going, bro, over and over. Are you gonna shit on every part of your fan base today? It's not shitting on a part of the fan base to say I want to do my show sober, you weirdos. You don't do everything on weed, you're a cop. You gotta meet the slightly older generations like a quarter of the way here. I'm telling you, this is an ambassador between boomers and millennials. That was like a 720 with no ramp. Ryan, how old do you think you are because you act like you're 45? No, here's the thing. It's not me, it's the children who are wrong. I act like a 29-year-old that was born in 1988. The only thing is, if you spend all your time on Twitch where it's just 35-year-old dudes acting like they're 17, it makes it seem like somebody who actually acts their age is aged before their time, which is not the case. Take photos of hobos or dogs. Ah yes, the classic photo series, Hobos or Dogs. Excuse me, I need your bicycle. I am an FBI agent. Thank you, thank you.
I hope I didn't scratch my glasses.
Thank you, my friend, for your support. NL, I'm 35 and you act way older than me? Well, whose fault is that? Skirt! That's right, no hand signal. It just makes me like fear for society on some level that like, hey, like I'm being shamed for willfully taking responsibility and then like owning that responsibility. Like people are like, what is wrong with you? Are you 100 years old? Is that Lola? You never know. You see a guy in a suit, could be a hobo. Oh.
Please, Johnny. I mean Lola.
Everyone here is talking about Lola non-stop. You're already done? Go home? Hell yeah, brother. I'm going home to Lola.
You're gonna get caught.
Doubt it.
I'm gonna get you, kid.
I don't know how to drive this thing, but I'm free. If you, oh, that's why. I'm not wearing a helmet. Please. Please, I'd like to...
You think I'll let you get away with that?
I'd like to get in the door! Thank you! Oh, he's done it. I don't want to think about the moped that started going into outer space, but no helmet.
That's how you do
Better
it.
slam the kid to the ground. Ain't that America? You and me! Chat, how many more missions are left in the game? I don't know, maybe like 70 or 80. You ready? Oh! Everyone shut up.
Hey, you. I really like your outfit.
Frequencies open.
Nobody notices. Chat. How do I go in reverse? I'm just very slowly turning. This is probably a bad idea. I was trying to put it in my room so I could use it, but you know what?
Just for you, pal.
Park it in the garage? No, I'm gonna park it right here. Where it belongs. Oh, the dude, like a glove.
Hopkins. Actually,
Wait a minute, we tried to do this
you're
once.
young.
Perhaps this one also got by the crash? Oh my god, I have to go to his house and break all the friggin' windows again. Ugh. Hell yeah. The light's so nice, I broke it twice. I'm supposed to go to the parking lot, so I skitch. Why would I take his car when I got my own?
Oh, it's you, Hopkins! I'll have you ruined for this.
Well,
Can you help me? I'm not worried.
excuse me, this thing doesn't handle so well in reverse. Like a glove, yet again. Oh, there's no quest available here anymore. My mistake. I guess I will go to bed. Go home to Lola. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm innocent as well, okay? But here's what it's like to work with Team Unity, okay? I get a tweet on Friday from Daniel that says, hey, I'm putting you on S-Watch for Team Unity Blackout. S-Watch, by the way, turns out it's Salt Watch, which is a phrase that's never been used in Earth's history. The S in S-Watch always means something else. In fact, Dan has used it in the past when it's like, oh, there's like, you know, something's going down in Team Unity, we all need to come together and talk about it. Anyway, so he tells me there's S-Watch. I tweeted him and said, what the hell are you talking about, basically. And then I talked to Austin about it, and then Austin was like, yeah, I have no idea what he's talking about. And then, apparently, it was that Dan thought Austin didn't like Blackout, so he tweeted me and said, you know, Unity's gonna blow up or something like that. As a result of the miscommunication in that tweet, Malf, on Saturday, when I went into his chat, people were like, yo, you gotta tell Malf whether or not Unity is okay on Tuesday, because he seems to think that it's over. That's what it's like to work with Team Unity. Every Tuesday we get together. It's just broken telephone, pretty much because of one ill-advised tweet. Seems like you have some disunity. Oh my god. My whole plan was to get up on the roof and then jump over on...
Well, that was entertaining.
I hate this. Here's like the most... I recognize, okay, that the problem here is with me. Depending on your definition, it might be in part or in full. No question about it, okay? This is the problem I've had with Rockstar games for a while. In GTA 5, they did a better job about it, no questions asked. But every game from like 2003's Grand Theft, or 2001, I don't remember, Grand Theft Auto 3, up to like even Red Dead Redemption, they want you to do the quest, but before you do the quest, there's a little quest of its own that every single one is its own fucking maze. Like, okay, to get to this mission, now I gotta go look at the map and be like, alright, so we take the south path, and then we go through the quad, and then through the back door, you'll find a path that you can take to get into the loading entrance of the industrial area. Just let me go do the mission. Why does it... It's like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills that everybody is like, no, it's good. It's really fun to just be forced to run through the environment over and over and over to try to figure out where you're supposed to go. It's not like I want fast travel resin. I just want them to put the missions in like an easier location to get to instead of, well, you know, if we don't put the mission with the Harringtons starting at Harrington House, aren't people gonna consider that a plot hole? I don't care, just let me go to the school, talk to Harrington, and then get teleported to wherever the hell I'm supposed to be, and then start the mission from there. Like, literally, Bully is like 20 hours long. At least 3 of those hours are running from the star where you completed your last mission to the star where your next mission is at. My favorite kind of gameplay. Please don't punish chat by doing Dark Souls 2 next.
Oh, Hopkins, good to see you. Make it quick, Ernest. Now, as our new leader,
You don't speak for chat.
to do for me. What? I mean, look, do you want to take down the Jocks or what?
Of course I do.
Yes, well, I have a plan.
Okay, what is it?
Well, what I need are some inappropriate pictures of someone they care about.
You want pictures?
Yes, it's a complicated plan, all right.
J. Jonah
I
Jameson.
need some naughty pictures of that Mandy girl.
I'm sure you do, but what has that got to do with this?
Oh, this is purely for the purposes of this plan. I'm not like that at all.
You want me to get incriminating pictures of the head cheerleader just for your plan? The kind of pictures that could land me in jail or worse?
It's not easy being the boss.
Man, this better be good.
No, I'm not gonna play through the entire Jak and Daxter series next. I've told you, after this, there's a moratorium on games that came out before the year, maybe even games that came out before the current console generation, just as a convenient stopping point. If you're suggesting a game that came out, well, I loved it when I was in middle school.
You ain't nothing but
No. Not this time, okay? I learned my lesson. I don't feel nice doing this.
Keep trying. Maybe one day you'll get it. Oh my god, this is disgusting. I'll have to go change.
Her armpit smell.
Can't wait to get out of these clothes.
Oh, the girl armpit smell. Rockstar, you geniuses! They've done it again. Honestly, girl sweat is heavenly. Look what you've done, Rockstar! You turned my chat into Austin's chat. I'm gonna go home and smell Lola. How many missions start with us in this attic of the girls' dorm? Taking photos, like stealing their underwear. You keep suggesting Dead Space, and all I want to say is I'm pretty sure the original Dead Space came out in the year 2008.
No, but if you get the Ouya version, it plays like a PS4 game.
Oh, the frames! You didn't have to render the Steam. You didn't have to render the Steam. It's an admirable effort. This is the photo he wants. Good photo. Incredible.
Ah, much better. Now I'm ready to dazzle everyone with my charisma and popularity again.
Get one more photo. Oh, he's gonna love that one.
This is much better. I hope it doesn't make me smell like a nerd.
Yeah, guys, stop pretending you've never done this. Stop pretending you've never taken a picture of girls' feet in the shower. Don't be weird about it. You know what's fucked up is that, like, when I was in college,
I've got some nice pictures.
our dorm had a co-ed bathroom
I'm an avid student of
where, like,
anatomy.
guys and girls pissed and shit and showered, like, all in the same bathroom. And nobody was weird about it at all, at least to the best of my knowledge. Everybody was just, like, normal. But in this game, which came out, like, 2 years after I was in freshman year, everyone's a sexual predator or deviant. That's true. This is set in America. I forgot about that. Canada and America are basically the same. Do we have mods available? Can we get,
Oh, here he is.
our one
Mr.
perma per
Big.
day
Oh, can't you
on
just get
hipster garbage
lost?
trash, please?
Help! We're trying to get out of here.
Come on, Muscles. We've not got long.
What are you talking about?
The Jocks are coming to kill us. Oh, thanks to you and your sordid little pictures.
What are you talking about,
You're
man?
the sicko.
A healthy interest in sexual matters is natural during puberty, bud.
Why are you kink
I'm just
shaming?
having those dreams. Anyway, this is not important right now. I am about to die. We all are.
When are they coming? What about your famous defense system?
Oh, it's broken, okay?
Can't you fix it?
I need a bit of time. We have no time. We're dead. Dead. I love you, my friend.
Look, you fix it, I'll hold up the Jocks. Now, where's that gun thing?
Get out of here, you
We're
sickos!
coming in, you dogs! We're ready for you, nerds!
Doomed. These feelings are natural, and I'm about to die for them.
Just go fix the defense system and I'll take care of the goons.
Chat, vote yay if you support the jocks, and vote nay if you support the nerds. I want to see what percentage of chat is wrong. Honestly, a very low percentage of chat is incorrect.
To the
Oh my god.
We're doomed. The jocks are coming.
Rock lobster. A rock lobster. It's the Joy Division ripoff. Isolation. Isolation. You know what I was thinking, Chad? It's been a while since I watched the Lord of the Rings movies. I had this exact same thought in like 2013. And then I was on an airplane and they had the Peter Jackson Hobbit movies. I watched 15 minutes of the first one and went, you know what? Nah, I'm done. I don't need to see any more Lord of the Rings. But that's not fair. Because those movies are good. The Hobbit movies, you know, they can't take away the magic of Ian McKellen's Gandalf the Grey. The first Hobbit is good. Well, it doesn't bode well for the rest of the franchise, considering that's the one that I tapped out of right about the time that we were 45 minutes into a dish-doing montage. There's a 4-hour supercut of the Hobbit movies that's pretty decent. I do believe that. Even more so than, like, the Hunger Games, I'm pretty sure that the Hobbit is the perfect example of, like, the most egregious studio milking of all time.
Hey, Jimmy. I've had a brilliant idea. Another one. Many are called, but few are chosen. Luckily for you, I've chosen you to help me.
Yeah, they made 3 movies out of 1 book that you could read in like less than 10 hours.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
I'm talking about what we're always talking about, amigo. About bullying the bullies. About my favorite dish, revenge.
Revenge? Against who?
Who do you think? The football team. Those overdeveloped, underbrained lords of our little manor.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Reduced to a
But
bunch
Pirates of the
of
Caribbean,
sniveling
you know,
wretches.
don't be pedantic. It doesn't have source material. The source material is like a ride.
Our
So that was just like, that's an example of the first movie making way, way, way more money than they expected.
over the
And then
peasants.
being like, oh, we
Us.
gotta make more of
Us.
these. We have shareholders.
You ruling, of course. Me
The Hobbit, like, there's source material. And they were like, man, it was, you know, 130 pages of The Hobbit. What is that, you know? Standard movie to book, or book to movie conversion is like, you know, 10 pages per movie, right? So.
I'm gonna hit you till you love me.
He said, I'm gonna hit you till you love me.
Come on!
That's a Mike Tyson quote. Only he doesn't say hit.
You couldn't hit a truck, you prick. Come on, man! Come on!
What does he say? Oh, no. Well, I'm not going to tell you the exact words he said, but in pre-fight promotion, he said, I'm a frig you till you love me, and then he dropped a very self-unaware anti-gay slur afterwards. Oh, no.
Faculty for all their kindness.
I'm not a Gnoblin, etc., etc., etc. Top 3 Sunday games so far? Bully, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Fallout 3. I do sometimes forget that I played Fallout 4 on the subscriber stream. I played like 40 hours of that game, and I have no memories of anything that happens except for a man in a hat saying, the people of Good Springs need your help. We've done it.
Yeah, it looks like my hairline.
Hi.
Hey,
I know, it's funny. I'm the girl in the dirty pictures, haha.
what are you talking about?
Don't pretend you don't know. Everybody knows.
Knows what?
There's posters of me all over town.
Oh, those.
Now everyone thinks I'm a slut.
Because I
My parents will
showered.
be so proud. I'll probably get expelled.
Look, it could be worse.
How? How exactly could it be worse? I mean, sure, I've been a bitch at times, been nasty, but I don't deserve this. My life is over. I mean, I've always wanted to be a model, but not like this. Everybody's laughing at me. I can't bear it.
I'm fed up with this
Everybody's always
world.
laughing at me.
Well, maybe you're not as insecure as I am, okay? I just wanted to be popular. Now everybody hates me. Well, I guess I deserve it.
I tell you what, you wait here. I'll get rid of those posters for you, or at least cover
Why
them up.
Jimmy looks like the
you-
top half of
I
his
do it
face is
myself,
like
but I can't
70
deal
and the
with it.
bottom
I
half
really
of his
listen
face is
here.
8.
Just hang in there.
He looks like the mythical Vincent D'Onofrio from Tarsem Singh's 1999 movie The Cell. Sorry, that was bordering on self-parody. I should take pictures of a cutie and hang them over town and then tell her I'll help her get rid of them so I get with her. Well, joke's on you guys. I'm going home to Lola! It's kind of like a Pixies bass line. You know what? I'll give you that it kind of sounds like the opening of Cannonball by the Breeders. I guess or like, it's a little bit like the start of I Bleed or something like that. I'm watching the Law and Order episode about incels and it is hilarious. I also saw that viral tweet and it was hilarious. Calls his victims Chads. He called his female victim Stacy. Are there any Chads who live in this building? Chads and Stacys. Winners of the genetic lottery. Then I did a search on the darknet and a bunch of results came up.
Oh no, you've been defaced. Luckily, I have an almost unlimited supply of fresh posters.
We're playing both sides here. Oh, that K, I didn't take that one. Why can't I be that toilet? Chat, that's disgusting. Why did you say that? I can't believe you would say something like that.
Good thing my wife didn't see me looking at that.
Good thing my wife didn't see me looking at that. Oh, you're not in the kind of relationship where you could look at a picture of an underage girl in the shower and she would be okay with it? Was your wife a police officer or a decent human being? This game is bad. Austin, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? It's a relic of its time, Austin. You can't criticize it, okay? It's a satire of all of the 80s movies that were sexual exploitation, class-based romantic comedies.
I could go all day.
Hey, nobody spray paints over the thing I'm jerking off to. Incredible. Dad! Excuse me? Oops. Oops. The quest giver.
Oh, you are the sweetest boy ever!
Here, I'll show you.
Nope. No, that's highly bad. Very problematic indeed. Oh, I'm sorry, snowflakes.
You know, Jimmy?
Did you get triggered? That we took compromising photos of a young girl and then pretended to be on her side to take the photos down to get some physical affection? Cover your eyes, libs. You're right, we should definitely save.
Hey, Beatrice, what's wrong?
Well, two things.
Firstly,
My glasses
cold sores are
and my
totally
name's
acting
Beatrice.
out.
1 second, I'm gonna get some water.
Gross.
Oh,
Secondly,
tell me if I miss anything
Mr.
important,
Aldrich
Chad.
saw me writing in my diary during class, and he took it and he locked it in his desk. And he says he's gonna give it to the principal tomorrow. If anyone sees what's in there, I will just die. It's really personal.
Yeah, well, nothing like having the whole school know your deepest secrets. Makes your teenage years go by in a flash.
I'm back.
Yeah, well, you'll soon find out.
Me? Why?
In the diary, I talk a lot about you and me.
What? There is no you and me.
Yeah, there is. See, first you rescued my notes from Mandy, and then we fell in love, and
Oh,
you brought me flowers, and wrote me poetry, and showed this kinder, sensitive side that soon the whole world is gonna know about. We're like doomed lovers.
Enough. Okay, I'll get your book back.
Then we can kiss. The cold sores aren't contagious once they start to scab over.
Rockstar. Maybe if you got rid of that yee-ass cold sore, you'd get some jimmies on your clit. Stacy. That new Jimmy boy is so bad. Bad teeth, bad hair, bad smell, bad attitude, and yet there's something about him that's just so alluring. Told Bucky about how I felt, and he didn't seem happy at all. That makes me a little sad because Bucky's been such a great friend. I'd hate to think that someone or something in his life is not treating him well. Oh, I knew it. I walked by him today. He looked at me. He's such a free radical. How I'd love to pair his electrons. The whole thought of us making sweet organic chemistry just sends shivers down my spine. Bucky's in the friend zone. Clean your room, bucko. Bucky's gonna get an SVU episode about him. This game was made by incels. Excuse me. It was made by hard-working Vancouver game developers.
There you are. Did you get it?
Yes, I did. And I didn't read it.
Ah, yes, my favorite song. Bum 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 bum. Austin. My lord. Are you gonna play this after me? It just never ends, huh? Well, I'm gonna go to bed, and if the universe is ruled by a merciful God, perhaps I'll never wake up. I saw someone chasing me down with an errand as well, and I was like, not tonight.
Jimmy, my yo-yo fell in the toilet full of used needles and porno mags. Can you get it for me?
39.94% of the way through the game. No, it's not 40%. It's 39.94%. This is like having an actual Monday to Friday job. You know, you go to work for 6 weeks. What percentage of your working life have you completed? 0.4%. You know, for the past, like, 5 weeks, I've been like, man, why does everyone make fun of Java? I mean, it's not as good as C#, but it's still pretty good. And then this week, I'm like, oh, that's why, because it is actually, like, fucking dated. It's, like, old as hell, inelegant, and I'm not gonna say bad necessarily, but cumbersome compared to, you know, modern conventions.
My finest
If you think Java is bad, try assembly. Yeah, if you think assembly's bad, try, like, punch cards and having a computer the size of a freaking house just to do a mathematical operation. Alright, two can play this game. Hey, try communicating an idea with your fellow caveman before language has been invented yet. Oh, try coming up with an idea in the first place before fire's been discovered so you can cook protein and make the amino acids more easily digestible and bioavailable and grow your brain mass, you know? Oh, hey, try being a freaking atom of a single element just floating around waiting for something to covalently bond with. Go one more level? I don't know the... Oh, try being a single gluon in a protozoic mass in outer space prior to the Big Bang happening. Oh, this is a new song. Hold on. No, oh, yeah, okay. I know this one. No sunset collarbone, hood over my later. Or something, got to get it something at home. There's something at home. There's something at home. You know that one. Oh, now it's a Halloween song. I don't remember this song. I don't remember the name.
I've got the strength of a bull, man. Back off.
Freaky bull, man.
Man, you shouldn't have touched the bull. Nobody beats the mascot but the Jocks. I'm gonna pummel you.
My God, he's good.
You're messing with the wrong mascot.
Vietnam. He's so good. It's like Austin against the rat in Gungeon. I've been gone for 5 minutes. Why is he playing God of War now? Hey man, that's an insight.
Sometimes you just gotta
Did I say
take the bull
insight?
by the horns.
Thank you for your trenchant insight. I appreciate it. These games do have some similarities. Hell yeah, brother. Cheers from Iraq. Why do you hate German games? I love German games. Like, for example... I'm thinking. Bus simulator, forklift simulator, warehouse packing simulator,
Yes, Candy
cash
from
register
Ohio.
simulator,
Be a fair queen for me.
moving a packet from site A to site B simulator,
Those massive piles of silicone.
consulting the local bylaws
Who's that
to act
handsome
in a
stranger?
professional way that
Then
increases
walk
the
into the bar,
market share of my
impress you with
corporation
my
simulator.
suavity? My suavability? How suave I was.
Catan.
Look up and say, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? And you'd say, take me to the hay barn.
Hey, Ernest. What's that you're reading?
Nothing. Nothing. Just some history homework.
Cool, can I see?
It's personal.
Personal history. Sounds interesting.
Yes, well, you wouldn't understand.
What is happening?
Anyway, listen. The big game is today. Operation Trojan Cow is ready to proceed.
Operation Trojan Cow.
It's my master plan. My spies have already been gathering the information that will bring about the downfall of the jocks at this school.
So I guess I'll be needing this. Does this work?
Yes. Rendezvous with my agents in the field.
NL, do you have nightmares about having to play this game? No! I like playing this game because the more I play it, the closer I get to never having to play it ever again. Amazing.
What would you call a yard thick in the metric system?
That is way too uncanny. Did you hear that man say, what do you call a yardstick in the metric system? Literally what we were talking about like an hour and a half ago at the start of the show.
Time to dance, and you better not mess up.
Hey guys, it's me. I do the cow dance. I do the cow dance. It's like a rhythm game, a beat 'em up, and a very serious narrative-driven action game all at once.
You're so dorky.
A stupid-doo-ba-doo, boom. A stupid-doo-ba-doo, boom. You can't get this way because we put a fence here. It doesn't even make any friggin' sense, but that's okay. Just put some busy work. Reviewers back then mostly reviewed games based on the price point divided by the number of hours they spent mindlessly walking from X to X on the map.
Here's a ball we've rigged. Get to the shed by the field and swap it for the real game ball.
Do we have a song for this one? It's almost like a gorilla song. 1 second, okay?
Come on, you can do it.
I ain't happy, I'm feeling bad, I got sunshine in a bag, I'm useless, and not for long, the future is coming on. It needs a little bit more on the bass. Look at this tiny bag! Thank you, dude, it's Coke. Where's your friend? Dude, it's Pepsi.
Interception!
Oh! Took his nuts clean off. Was that the big game? Did we just watch the big game?
Here, take this glue bottle. It's full of glue.
Haha.
Create a sticky situation on the team benches. Get it? Sticky situation.
Hey, the writers were under...
I got it.
It was crunch time, okay? Holds up Spork. Oh, if you could see the look on my face right now.
I will make you hurt all over.
I gotta do the cow dance! I'm sorry! The cow dance!
Come on, man! Come on!
Yeah, forward, go, forward. Forward, yeah, forward, go, forward.
Who is saying that?
You're going down!
Oh my god! Sorry, I gotta glue this bench, then I'm out.
I'm gonna make you hurt!
He killed me.
Can't wait to get with all the college chicks.
Steam powered. Bully. 9 out of 10, 7,900 reviews. This game brought me back to a time travel. I went through some nostalgia while playing this game. The music caused me to nodding my head whilst playing this game, but I encountered some issues. Lack of frames, unimproved graphics, some game crashes here and there. Rockstar, people paid you for your game. Please fix the issue that I addressed towards you. That's the #1 most helpful, positive review. The game is broken, please fix it. Thumbs up, 7 hours on record. Been a fan of Rockstar games, Bully was a most, and I'm loving playing these games, and a Xbox controller works perfectly, which, spelled like, you know, hocus pocus, is a bonus. 0.8 hours on record, that's the third most helpful review. Great game. Played it as a little kid, and it gave me a big nostalgia. Awesome game, and fun to play trough. There's problem with crashing, but for me it happened only once an hour, so if you keep saving often, you should be fine, and I think it's worth it. Gameplay is satisfying, and for me, I got really immersed in the world of the game. Oh really? I, for some reason, have a very blue-ray screen when I play this game. Recommended. 2.8 hours on record. Why is it that the most helpful reviews are the ones that are worst written, and then when I click on more reviews, people are like, they're actually like erudite. It also is very telling that half of the positive reviews are ways to fix crashing. Like this one literally is recommended, 6.9 hours on record. The only text, how to fix the crashing everyone's experiencing. I learned more from this game than in real life school. Haha. Hell yes, brother. Cheers from Iraq. Bully may well be one of the most controversial games of all time, based on the simple fact that Rockstar made it. With only a name to their game, it was turning heads. People feared the worst, mostly that the game would be as violent as Grand Theft Auto, but in a high school setting. Let me set your mind at ease. There are no guns. The game doesn't even have blood. Also, you can't kill anyone. Lastly, violence is rather discouraged. You do not play the bully. Instead, you assume the role of Jimmy Hopkins, a boy trying to survive at Bulworth Academy. He's basically your run-of-the-mill student. Your task inside the school is the same as they are for just about every student in high school. Pass your classes and stay out of trouble. Going to class actually is enforced for a time. Your classes are mini-games that you'll play. The mini-games are fun and addictive. After a while, it's no longer enforced, which I actually found rather sad. The aspects of going to class doesn't get nearly enough attention, but the mechanic works. This game also takes on a more realistic feel. There's a clock in the corner that shows what time it is. If you're caught wandering around the school after hours, there are consequences. If you stay out too late, you'll actually get tired and fall asleep. The game looks and sounds brilliant. Fantastic voice acting really brings this story to life. The game also has some great visuals. Wait, I was gonna say you'll actually get tired and fall asleep. The school and environments look astonishing. Bully is a great game to be sure. It's almost like an interactive teenage drama come to life. A lot of the game is humorous and fun, but most importantly, it isn't Grand Theft Auto and it does stand on its own.